This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome back, and this is yet another of our additional tips in our training video sessions for DuctQuote. What we're going to talk about today is a special little tool that I find very helpful. Now, often when we're designing ductwork, there are specific offsets or separations that have to be met. And in DuctQuote, we have a tool called the offset calculator. Now, the offset calculator, it's a simple tool to use, and it allows you to hit those separations that you're shooting for on the very first try. So let's take a look really quick. You'll remember our welding lab layout. And let's say that we need, in fact, to put an additional drop right next to this one that's got to be 25 inches separated. Well, one way to do this might be to change this elbow into a 45-degree lateral, but the question is, will that give us the right separation? So we can actually calculate that beforehand. So the very first thing we fill in is the angle. And since this would be a 45-degree branch, since we're converting a 45-degree elbow, we go ahead and we enter that. Now we're looking at a right triangle. Well, the 45 degrees is here, so C would be the new part that we're looking for. We need to know the separation of A. Well, we know that we want A to be 25 inches, so we could enter 25 here. Hit enter, and it's going to tell us that we need C, or the new run, to be about 35 inches. And the really good news is we look at B and we see that calculates out to be 25 inches. Well, if we close this, this is something we can check. This section here would be B. So if we look at the length, it is 24 3/4. Well, guess what? We can go ahead and set that to 25. And now we can try drawing. Now I'm going to use the snap line to tell me when I am exactly even. And we're just going to follow. Perspective is a big thing. Hang on. Let's try that again. And I'm just going to re-render so we get everything in place. So now we're going to go back to draw mode. And we're going to extend this out there. Now, see these snap lines popping in. I want to snap to that one. All right. Now, if I now look, remember C was supposed to be about 35, 35 1/4, and bingo, we are there. Also, this needs to be 1/4 inch longer, so we can go ahead and fix that as well. And the only thing left to do is to go ahead and draw the drop. Well, I'll just use my cloning tool and bring that over and let it connect. And we now have exactly 25 inches of separation. If we want to check that, one way I do that, I just draw a piece of duct between them. And I can now look at the length of that, and it's 25 inches. And that is our offset tool. It works great, and it can save you a lot of time. So until next time.